Oliver Queen is dead, but someone has taken up the mantle of Green Arrow and is raining terror on Star City. We are matching this absolutely fantastic issue 1 with a beer that is a classic hazy session IPA with some Citra, Mosaic and Simcoe hops which bring out strong fruit flavours and have a very classic green design to them. Welcome to Craft Beer Comics. Welcome back, Emerald Archers and Amber Ale adventurers, to another episode of Craft Beer Comics. I am your host, as always, Harry, and this week we are taking a look at the very exciting Absolute Green Arrow issue 1. This is fantastic. I'm going to preface that before we continue. This is one of my favourite issues I have read in a very, very long time. This has just the strongest start. So this is written by, I'm going to probably butcher the names here, but it's Pornsak Pichashote and Raphael Albuquerque. Pornsak has worked on Dead Boy Detectives and Infidel, and Raphael has worked on Detective Comics and American Vampire. So Absolute Green Arrow, part of DC's new Absolute Universe. So for those of you who don't know, the Absolute Universe is a separate string of comics DC are releasing at the moment, where the basic premise is that it's your favourite DC heroes, but they're all depressed, is the long and short of it. No, in all seriousness, it's a character which is coming up, but they don't have something that sort of shaped them into the hero we know and love. Things are a bit different, and it's kind of more obvious in some issues than others. Absolute Batman, which everyone in the comic universe has been talking about at the moment, he's grown up, his mum's alive, his dad's dead. He's growing up in kind of a shitty area of Gotham. He knows like classic villains. They were like childhood mates, and things have gotten different over the years. Superman, he has landed and he doesn't have that Earth upbringing. His powers work different. People aren't as friendly to him. He's not this positive, truth, justice, American way sort of guy. The ones I've read so far are Green Lantern, Absolute Green Lantern, and Absolute Martian Manhunter. Both of those have been fantastic and like a total breath of fresh air for those characters. And it's been great to see Martian Manhunter back and Absolute Green Lantern. It's kind of wacky. It feels like I'm reading a totally different character in a totally different comic book, released by a totally different publisher, but it's still Green Lantern. It's great. It's really great what they're doing. So Absolute Green Arrow. I loved Green Arrow when I was a kid. Growing up as a teenager, they were releasing obviously the Arrow TV series with Stephen Amell, which had its ups and downs. I think it's safe to say that. And I read the New 52 Green Arrow comics, which I know some people love them, some people hate them. And I read a couple of Rebirth ones, and I fell in love with Green Arrow. Obviously, as the years went on, you kind of lose touch with some characters, and Green Arrow was one of those ones where I didn't really keep up with it because, it's expensive. It's an expensive hobby, this. But I saw Absolute Green Arrow was coming out, and I thought, oh wow, this will be a treat, to be honest. And I think initially everyone thought that Green Arrow was going to be Oliver Queen, but he's a bit more dark. But Oliver Queen is dead in this universe. He was murdered by Hawkman, which was a bit of a surprise. So we don't know who this Green Arrow is. Here's the description for issue 1. A serial killer is slaughtering corrupt billionaires. The only clue to his identity is the mysterious green arrows sticking out his victims' corpses. Executive Protection Specialist Dinah Lance, aka Absolute Black Canary, is one of the people tasked to uncover this murderer's identity as she investigates her suspects. All familiar DC archers uniquely linked to a recently murdered Oliver Queen. I know what you did last summer for billionaires. Absolute Green Arrow reimagines the Emerald Archers mythos into a dangerous urban horror murder mystery by Eisner winners Pornsak and Raphael. This is rated Teen Plus, US price $4.99. Let's get straight into it. So, as it says in the description, the protagonist for this is Black Canary, which I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. So yeah, getting straight into it, you meet obviously a rich fella who's getting drunk. You learn that some rich guys are getting personal new guards from Hector Hammond, who's a Green Lantern villain, and you can probably learn a little bit more about him in the Absolute Green Lantern line. But then pretty much immediately the guards go down, green arrows in their head, rich fella runs to the other room, all the other guys have been killed. You then learn that the green arrowheads are actually poisoned, and you see one of the bodyguards, his skin's all bubbly, his eyes are red, he's got blood coming out of him, and then you meet Green Arrow for the first time as he kills billionaire Jubal Slade, who you then learn is a co-founder of Green Arrows Trading, which, believe it or not, was set up with Mr. Green Arrow himself, Oliver Queen, before he died. It then does something which I didn't quite expect it to do. You see, like, TikTok or Instagram reel, like screenshots talking about this Mr. Slade's death by this mysterious Green Arrow, and you learn that, Slade was under scrutiny for allegations of sexual misconduct, and then you see a guy saying that there were rumours about Slade having a secret island of his own where minors were trafficked to, which was, a little example of Jeffrey Epstein there, which I was not expecting in a DC comic. And then it goes on, the guy was accused of being a local human trafficker with multiple rape allegations, and it seems like the general public's opinion is, why should they care if someone like that gets murdered? So, we cut to Dinah Lance, also known as Black Canary, and she's having a bad time of it. She's a very aggressive security guard who is following... Well, she's employed by some sort of pop star or something. She hits a fan in the face after being called a stupid, dumb, and then it's ... So she gets fired, and then she gets hired by Hector Hammond to protect a guy called Reese Tyler. You then learn that Black Canary and Green Arrow were dating 8 years ago, but Green Arrow cheated on her, and that ended that, and they didn't talk. So yeah, Hector Hammond gets Dinah Lance to protect this Reese Tyler fella through what I believe is Malcolm Merlyn, who is a old-timey Green Arrow villain. But in this universe, it seems that he's Black Canary's employer. So maybe not a bad guy, maybe not a good guy. Anyway, she gets told by Malcolm Merlyn about this Green Arrow killer and gets given a list of suspects, including Roy Harper, Mia Dearden, and Tom Halloway. The only two I'm familiar with personally is obviously Roy Harper and Mia Dearden. I don't know much about Tom Halloway, to be honest. I have to Google that for myself. Hello, this is Harry, editing now in the future. I've now gone away and Googled who Tom Halloway is, and I know exactly who he is. I just, for some reason, did not put two and two together, and I think the 34-degree heat that I was recording in yesterday just totally melted my mind. So I've Googled that now, and it makes sense. Enjoy! But yes, it looks like Dinah Lance is not going to take the job. But then Hector Hammond cancels her father's medical insurance, so the only way to pay for her sick dad is to take this job. So they go down to Green Arrow's Arrow Cave for some reason. They're clearly looking for something, but Black Canary doesn't know what, when they come under attack from this mysterious Green Arrow killer. Black Canary fends for herself, but the guy she's employed to protect, Reese Tyler, gets cut by an arrow and very quickly dies due to poisoning. Long story short, Green Arrow wipes the floor with them. And then a nice little touch, which I did not see coming. It turns out his bow is made out of 2 machetes that are connected by wire, and he's able to disconnect the tip of the machetes from each other to then just have 2 machetes instead of a bow, which is absolutely awesome. It's just completely brutal. And then he goes around beheading people and stabbing them and slashing them up. And then Green Arrow finds Hector Hammond and says, "You know what you did to Oliver Queen?" In which case Hector Hammond replies with, "That wasn't me, I didn't kill him, it was Carter." But Green Arrow doesn't care. He chops off Hector Hammond's arm. And he's about to chop him up into little pieces when Black Canary open fires at Green Arrow and he gets away. Later, after all this is kicked off, Black Canary and Malcolm Merlyn come down again to the Arrow Cave, which is now completely trashed, to see what was going on when they spot a fake wall. Black Canary opens up the door and there's a kid in there laid on the floor dead, covered in eyeballs. I don't know if this is supposed to be someone else from the DCU. I'm not 100% sure. Leave a comment down below if you do know. But that's the end of Absolute Green Arrow issue 1. A hell of a lot happens in that issue. My God, what a start. You learn that Oliver Queen is completely destroyed. He's not coming back. His head is battered. We don't know who this absolute green arrow is. We've got 3 suspects. It might be one of them. It's usually not these murder mystery sort of things. It's like, oh, surprise, it's someone else. But we will see. We get absolute black canary. That's a nice little start. You get some background on her relationship with Oliver Queen. You understand what Oliver Queen was doing to get all of his money. Malcolm Merlin, he's there. He's doing bits. Hector Hammond, it's all tying together. You got some nice little action sequences. Story is consistent. There's no slow start. It's not too fast. It is, to be honest, straight off the bat, Absolute Green Arrow, issue 1. It's a 10.
That's a 10.
It's a 10 from me, and I haven't even gotten on to talking about the artwork yet. But it's a 10. 100%. I have no doubt in my mind.
That's a 10.
Moving on to the art. I just went with the basic normal cover, cover A. What a cover. I turned to my wife and I showed her it, and she's not into comics, and I said, look at that. Isn't that just a hell of a cover? Even she admitted it was really cool. The art's fantastic. It's dark, it's gritty. They don't hold back on gore. Some of it is shadowed because obviously it's rated T for teen, which I think is a 15, so it's not 18 rated, but I think it's probably towing a line. The colours are great, it's dark, it's gritty. There are moments where, like when he switches the bow from being a bow to 2 machete looking things, it's highlighted in green, which is nice. It's a nice little reminder that this is, the green arrow. It's great. It's got everything you could want from an issue 1. It sets up the premise. You've seen the protagonist, you've seen you don't know if he's an antagonist yet or what, but you've seen Green Arrow. You've seen Hector Hammond, Malcolm Merlin, it's all laid out. All the players are on the board, and you're ready to go. That's an issue 1. Bosh. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Absolute Green Arrow. If you see it in your local comic shop, pick it up, treat yourself. Now moving on to the beer, which is going to pair up very nicely with this absolutely banger first issue. So the beer this week is a Brew York Brewery Coney. This is a 4.5% hazy session IPA. So this week you're getting no sours, you're getting no especially funky flavours, nothing too offensive. This is nice. Nice. It's simple, it's a little bit special, it's easy. Description for this one. Coney means rabbit, but this beer is also not to Coney Street, a street in York city centre, first recorded around 1150 as King Street. Today, it's one of the city's most iconic and vibrant areas to visit. Little nice fact for you there to start you off. This Coney is our classic hazy session IPA, generously hopped with Citra, Mosaic and Simcoe, which brings strong fruit flavours of citrus, mango and stone fruits. This is lovely. It's nothing too special, but it's a delightful little number. You taste it, tastes like an IPA, and then very quickly afterwards you get those citrus mango flavours on the side of your tongue that it talks about. It's nice, it's easy, it's delightful. The allergens for this one, I don't know what the allergens are. I'm just fucking chatting shit, to be honest. The label is nice. The reason why I've chosen this one is because it's it's green, to be honest. It's a very, very nicely designed label. You've got hops around it, you've got little animals around it, you've got hills and mountains in the background. It's all green. It's green and white. And that made me think of Green Arrow, and I thought, oh, this will pair nicely with this comic book. So that's what I've done. It's nice, it's easy, the flavours are there, the IPA flavour, it's very IPA, it's a little bit hazy. I'm not too big on hazy beers, to be quite honest with you. I do struggle with them, but this wasn't super hazy. You can still taste it. It obviously is hazy. It's a hazy session IPA, what you expect, but it's not like you taste it and the haze just, knocks your socks off. It's subtle, it's nice, it's delightful, it's lovingly brewed. Brew York is a brewer that I personally never heard of. A local supermarket here in the UK called Asda was doing this really, really great deal, where it was like 5 for £10 or something, across all their craft beers they had in stock. And I saw this one, and the label looked fantastic, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll go for that one. They've got quite a wide range of beers. If I scroll down on this website, 2 that pop up are Juice Forsyth, which is a nice little throwback there. Now it looks like it's grapefruit, maybe some lime, maybe some lemon or something. And that's a vegetarian one. Probably pick that up at some point, give that a go. And then they've got a low alcohol pale here called Loris. These labels are very nicely designed as well. So, shout out to Brew York Brewery for excellent label design. They've also got one here in partnership with Thornbridge. I've never heard of them either. But that's called Midgard Mist. Another cool label as well. They're really coming in strong on these labels. If you could check them out just for the labels, go for it. It sort of feels like the excellent beer afterwards is kind of a side thing. But this I'm going to give it's an 8. It's an 8 out of 10. It's very nice. It's a easy afternoon Green Arrow reading hazy session IPA. Delightful. So that's it for this week. Nothing too long this week because there's not a great deal to talk about beyond the fact that both the beer and the comic were absolutely great. It's a 10 out of 10 on Absolute Green Arrow issue 1. This is a very, very exciting start to what will hopefully be a comic run which will get extended. I think at the moment it's only going to be 6 issues, but I'm hoping it gets extended to 12. I think the same thing happened with Martian Manhunter. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that happens. In the beer this week, the Brew York Coney Hazy Session IPA, 4.5%. Delightful little number. Tasty IPA. Not too hazy. Excellent citrus, mango and stone fruit flavours on the back of your tongue afterwards. Excellent. If you've enjoyed this episode, please remember to like, subscribe, share, do all that jazz. We're a new podcast. This is only like episode 4 or 5. And it's just me. There's no secret backers. I'm not being sponsored. I'm not being promoted by anything. There's no money behind this. It's just me. So any engagement, any sharing, comments, liking, spreading the good word is very welcome. Thank you for listening. That brings us to the end of another episode of Craft Beer Comics, and I'll catch you next time.